Happiness is not a matter of intensity, but of balance, order, rhythm, and harmony. Quote of the day. Now let's get to the video. This video is going to be in a new video that we've never really done before. We're going to compare my top six, not even my top six. How about the top six that I found? I went over about 50 coins, compared them all to Bitcoin, and it's scary what I found. These are the top six in order, gaining on Bitcoin since inception of said coin, right? So this is the top six. Now keep in mind, if you don't see your coin in here or your favorite coin, be my guest to go check, but you may not like what you see. So these are the top six that I found out of about the top 50. Now, could I have missed one? I could have. And if I did, and you don't see it on this top six, then it's likely not gaining on Bitcoin. But if I missed one, throw it on the monthly chart, right? The monthly chart on TradingView. Type in your favorite coin, BTC afterwards instead of USD or Tether or whatever. And, send me a message or leave me a comment below this video. If you don't see it though, I'm warning you, you're not going to want to see it, right? It's going to be probably bad. If it's one of the top 10 or 15, even the top 50 coins, and it's not on this list, you need to get nervous right now. Let's go ahead and start it off. Number 6, gaining on Bitcoin for its entire history. Let's go from low to high and see what it has done, right? You want your coins gaining on Bitcoin. Otherwise, you should just be holding Bitcoin. If you're losing value against Bitcoin, slap yourself in the face, and you should probably just switch all those, the shit coins to Bitcoin. Plain and simple, right? I'm doing this to help you make money for the next bull run, and this video hopefully will be eye-opening. Now, some of these coins you may have heard of, some of these coins you may not have heard of. Maybe you like them, maybe you hate them, but the facts are the facts, and these are the top 6 that I have found out of 50 that I went over in order, okay? I can't stress this enough. This is number 6. They get better from here, okay? So let's go. Let's get going, right? How about much? We're going to go from the low on the chart to the current price, right? You want to know where it is in the bear market, right? So even in the bear market, Chili's is still up almost 1,300% against Bitcoin. And if that doesn't sound like a lot, there are many that are down that much, right? So you want to watch out, right? Watch out for these coins for the next run. I think this is going to be a good place to start for forming your next bags going to the next run. If these coins are gaining for its entire history on Bitcoin, you'd want to be in these. Okay, number 5, Chainlink. You might be shocked here, but these are not my picks. These are just, I went through like the top 50 coins, and it's here. Number 5, gaining on Bitcoin for its entire history. From the low to current, right? Note, most of these coins went much higher in previous runs, but we're going to be fair and do it across all of them. Over 3,000% gain against Bitcoin, right? Keep that in mind, right? So even if it's not performing the best against US dollar, which Chainlink's in that boat, it's still up 3,000% against Bitcoin in its entire life. Number 4, this one surprised me. Axie Infinity, not doing so good against fiat, but guess what it's been doing against Bitcoin? Leaps and bounds, right? Number 4, Axie Infinity, up over 5,000, almost 6,000%. Going to the top, you're looking almost 50,000%. Nutty, right? So cooling off a bit, but maybe the next run we do something stupid again like that, right? So still up over 5,000% against Bitcoin. Number 4, market wide, right? Maybe there's an outlier. Find it. How about the next one? Going into the top 3 now. Top 3. Ethereum, right? We looked at this yesterday, but check out this chart, right? Look at this chart. Ethereum against Bitcoin, forming one of the biggest ascending triangles I've ever seen, right? Going back to 2015, let's go to the low to current. And, Ethereum, 5,000% again. Maybe you could flip-flop Axie Infinity and Ethereum, and maybe I made a mistake, but both around 5,000%. So from the top, we're looking at 10,000% currently, still up 5,000% against Bitcoin. That's Ethereum at number 3. Number 2, Matic. Look at this move and note the pattern that we're in now. knocking on the door here, right? We better hope we can break through this. If we do, we could see another massive run, right? Look at this, right? Look at the top here, breakthrough, right? You seeing the similarities here? Top here, top here, top here. We need to see the breakthrough. Not guaranteed. We could certainly melt down here, but I like our odds, right? Number 2 out of all coins, over 50 coins, right, on the monthly, right? There's some coins that outperform this that haven't, maybe are in this phase, right, and haven't done this move yet. But let's be fair. Let's go bottom to top, and we could do this in a different way, right? If you start to get this high, right, you might want to just measure with the line chart, right, and go from the low, if I could do it right, from the low, hello, there we go, we got it working, over 7,000%, right? Currently, over 7,000% gain on Bitcoin. That's number 2 position, right? You could argue back here, but that wasn't the closing, right? Going off closing prices. I mean, if you go off of that, right, if the open, right, you're still up almost 10,000%. Pretty impressive. Number 2. And number 1 is decimating the field. Like all of these that we've looked at, this one is up more combined than the rest of them. What is it? Drum roll. Any guesses? Maybe you can guess it. Maybe this will surprise you. The number 1 coin gaining against Bitcoin in all of crypto that I found, it's not even close. BNB, Binance Coin. Maybe that shocks you. It shocked me. How much is it up? Any guesses? It's not even going to be close, whatever your guess is. Look at currently up almost 150,000%. Mind-blowing, right? Even if you go from here, it's still outperforming almost every other coin except for the ones in this list, right? Even if you go from just a year ago, it's still at 1,400%. There is no coins even remotely close to the performance of BNB against Bitcoin. Plain and simple. There's your top 6. How about some honorable mentions? Someone that's not up over 1,000%, but close, and certainly at least gaining on Bitcoin. There's many coins that are either flat or going down for its entire history against Bitcoin. If you're in those heavily, I would suggest trying to get out of those unmerrier coins and get into the better performers against Bitcoin. Those top 6. Okay, honorable mentions. Engine against Bitcoin, right? Entire history, at least it's trending up, right? Higher lows, higher highs, right? Looking like it's going up at least from the low to now, up 600%. Not too bad, right? So that is Engine, ENJ, right? Next one, there's 2 more. AVAX. Now, it's a little wonky, right? Because we had the opening and then immediately fall. But if you take it from the low, like we've been doing on the rest, we're still up about 700%. From the lows. That is still an uptrend, right? Like it or not. That's AVAX. AVAX against Bitcoin. AVAX has done pretty well against USD as well. But how about the rounding out our list on the honorable mentions, the top 3 honorable mentions, Engine, AVAX, and maybe you guessed it, ADA, Cardano. Uptrend slightly, right? We're starting to get a little sideways here. And we're starting to lose value, but ADA, Bitcoin, still up from the lows, almost 500%, doing quite well still. So there's your kind of honorable mentions, your top 6 altcoins, with BNB absolutely smashing the rest. Ethereum, Matic, Axie Infinity, and BNB all up over 5,000%, right? Excellent coins. Those are what you want to be in. So I invite you to go check your favorite coins if you didn't see it. But you might not like what you're going to see. Some of those were quite scary, and you need to be considering why you're holding it if it's doing very poorly against Bitcoin, right? Best technology in the world doesn't pay out, right? Sometimes they don't work out, right? So here's your eye-opening wake-up course. Thank you for the idea from one of my first subscribers. It's like, why don't you do a video on the top altcoins besides Ethereum? We looked at Ethereum, Bitcoin yesterday, and thank you, right? Appreciate it. Shout out to you. You know who we are. So there's your top 6 altcoins against Bitcoin. Going for the next run, I would suggest finding one of these. So I don't have a car of the day picked out, but we can do We can do, because this is the only one. Actually, I got another one right here. Hey, let's do this one. How about a 1999 Dodge Viper? One of the first really designed Dodge Vipers. They've redesigned them a couple times. I think this is still one of my favorites. The old school, like the wide flares. What do you think? For a 25-year-old car, this is about as good as you get, right? Because looks-wise, it still looks great. Hood open this way. I mean, you've never seen shit like this, right? They don't do this much anymore. Corvettes, I don't even know if the new Corvettes do it. I'm rambling. All right. Car of the day, Dodge Viper. What do you think? All right. I don't care. Leave me a comment. What do you want to see next? We need ideas, people.